The Angry Llama is made for adults who enjoy honest, crass, cutting reviews when we're talking fucking llama. Sensitive bipeds need not apply. In a world where even your friends are feeding assholes, Angry Llama presents Monkey See, Monkey Do. In this series, we take one Overwatch coach and one low metal player, pair them together for 2 full games. The first game is played by the coach, while the player watches and asks questions. The second is played by the player, while the live coach is there, cheering them on and giving them the solutions to problems they're facing. Check out my newest series, Monkey See, Monkey Do. Let's teach bipeds how they learn.
What a lot of people do, and will do as Sigma, is they kind of use their shield as like the same way they would use like an Oasis shield or like a Ryan shield. You can like use your shield for yourself. Like even I was watching like an Overwatch League VOD the other day. I wanted to see how he was playing Sigma, and I was watching Shanghai and Void on Hanamura. He was like sitting on the top right window. Just gonna mute chat before anybody says anything weird. He's just kind of like playing in the top right window or in the top right high ground and just taking like an off angle. But I feel like in lower ranks you can kind of get away with like not taking an off angle because a lot of times like teams will stand at like chokes for a long period of time, and then you can just kind of like dish out damage and whatnot. So I don't want to waste my shield too unnecessarily there, so it's a way I kind of redact it if I don't need. Might be a bit tough to do anything because we have a hog, but we'll see. We also do want to clear high ground because it seems like they have a pocket mercy with their Hanzo just sitting up top there. Yeah, sometimes you'll see me like DMing when they use a beam, like a Zarya beam on me. But the reason I do that is because that would be like some extra bit of damage from other people as well. That I try to block out if I can. We do have ult here, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit for that. They also have shatter as well, so I'm gonna save my shield for when they do shatter. Try to block it. They did use ult as well, so I want to make sure that we do get this fight. So I just altered their tank so we killed them. Now we can go clean up. There we go. So yeah, I'm like pretty much like the acting main tank of the team, I guess. Oh, I got slip. You got slip. I want to feed him charge if I don't have to. He's low to shield, so you can just spam him down and kind of kill him. He either keeps it up and breaks, and then we can kill him, or he just uses it. We're gonna stall as much as we need to here. And then for the last fight, we'll have all our ults pretty much to recontest. You have anything to ask while I'm playing too? I don't mind talking and playing, so it's up to you.
I guess like when you decide to use your DM.
Usually you use your DM because you don't want to let your shield break. So I do use my DM if there's like, even if they have like a storm arrow or something going out. That's a very bad ult for me, by the way, but. So I use my DM if we're gonna redact their shield, and then sometimes I use it if they have like a storm arrow or something going out, because that's when like a lot of burst damage is gonna come out from us, or from the enemy team, sorry. So you can use that to like get the extra bit of shield for yourself. Yeah, so they just kind of ulted before us there and got that as well, and they do have a grav. It's kind of a strong ult compared to Hog ult. Yeah, so even if you see my shield, sometimes like I'll send it out like further and then take that space and like kind of pull them there. But you don't want to throw it out too far because you don't want your shield to be there and then you're shooting from here, right? That's what I see a lot of people doing as well. So you can kind of keep it close to yourself and use it as like your little, like your little personal shield, right? We don't have much heals on this comp either. Okay, no switch to Ana, so that's okay. We don't have Monkey and a Sigma, don't really work very well together, but so we'll see how it goes. Like you start mirroring there, so I kind of eat it, and then I can buy out some time for that. I can also try to take another angle here. The right shield is low as well though, so I just want to try to break that down. Then we can focus their tanks maybe. Our Ana did get picked off pretty early. So it seems like this game is like kind of like a battle of Smurfs, right? Where they have Smurfs on the DPS and the Zarya. But unfortunately, the games are like that. Yeah, so it'd be kind of tough to do anything, I think, here, as we are getting picked off a lot. But did get that kill. You can try to camp the res as well, but they probably won't go for it because it's kind of deep here. But you never know. I don't think you should have Shatter. Maybe they're kind of close to Grav, so I can kind of use my shield more freely. But I do die, and it seems like our supports were still kind of back. Maybe force out Thumbblade after as well. Seems like one of those games though, because we haven't really walked out of spawn yet. We used our ults, but I could play another game too and see how that one goes because this is like a 6-minute game. Yeah, we haven't really. Yeah, we haven't really used any ult, right? So, maybe it'll turn around. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Not to be academic, but I believe that one would call this being fire.
Do you save your rock to like cancel certain things, or do you just like use it?
Sometimes you can use a rock because we see like space do a lot, even is if you see like a squishy or something, you can use the rock to like engage kind of, and then get like the double left click. I'll use the rock to get myself out of trouble too. A lot of times you'll see people just like kind of going for like those solo rocks like across the map or whatever, but those don't really hit too much, so you want to try not to do those. Like if the Ryan's swinging on me here, I can use the rock in a few and get him back right, and then I buy myself some space there. So that's perfectly fine to do that. So you kind of use it as like a little thing to get you out of danger as well. See, like even if I do rock, like he starts to go back a little bit because he doesn't want to get stunned, and he puts up a shield. So it's never a bad time to rock. I don't think we're chasing the Ryan here, but there we go. We don't want to get charged either. Alright, I can just kind of sit high ground here and also take control. I do see the hog though, so I want to get back a bit so I can shield that off as well, so I don't get hooked by him. I let it break there. I should have reducted it a bit earlier, but that's fine. Just gonna eat that so I get a bit of charge before they do move in. Mercy kind of flew in there, so you can look for that when she does fly in. Because once she uses her shift, she can use it again in like 2 seconds or whatever it is, so you kind of get a free kill on her if you do use it after, right? We'll let the Genji deal with that. Alright, so we did mention one around. So yeah, you'll see me like, it's not really like playing like a Reinhardt, playing like an Ursa, because I do kind of like use the shield for myself. Even when you watch like in higher elo games, if you are playing like Orisa Sig, you can kind of play with like the Orisa for the most part, and then like use that to like just bunker up completely. And then you can kind of do that to like rotate the shields, and then you guys just bunker up completely, right?
Yeah.
That's me to go Reiner's Zarya, but it's okay. Just assessing. Oh, are they asking our other guy? Okay.
No, that's your other tank asking.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking. Oh, it's my other tank. Okay, they'll have... We have 3 people that start with S's. I got kind of confused there. But he goes runner, it's okay. It does get picked off, unfortunately. Alright, so a lot of us died a bit early there, so they can just kind of collapse in on us. I'm gonna try to save the rock for the Doomfist when he does come in, because they do have a dive. Our Zen should also swap here. He does go brig, that's good. So I can use my rock to like peel for my team as well a little bit if there's somebody in their back. I just use my shield to take a bit of space there. Should be grouping because we are down our brig, but pretty ambitious shatter. Yeah, so we should have regrouped a little bit earlier, but our Ryan was going a bit aggressive, so I just wanted to back him up. But we were down our support, so shouldn't be grouping there for sure. I'm gonna try to take an off angle, maybe I can get a pick behind them or something. Because if it feels like you're just kind of shooting shields, you can also just take an off angle as well. Alright, that used B and lamp there. Yeah, it's tough to do anything right now. Hot maps, like once they do get the point, it's kind of hard to like get it again because they like snowball their ults really well at the start. So That's something that not so good about COD maps. Right, so I do get the point.
Unexpected but not unwelcome development.
I'll play with my runner here because we do have 2 shields, so I can use that to our own advantage. I want to force the Dumo as well so he doesn't collapse onto our supports because supports are having kind of a tough time with it. You can go for an ult, maybe the Zarya should die. Now she has a bad peeling, so it's fine. We could push up here to make sure that we do get those kills. Maybe I can get the grab. He does use it. Should be looking for an EMP here soon as well. We should have like comboed EMP Shatter or something together. That's fine. We should be looking to kill the Zarya here as well, because she has high charge. If we don't get the kills here, they shouldn't have a proper last fight as well, unless they do group. Alright, they do. So, we do have Nano. A lot of people will get like, ask for Nano when they are Sig. It doesn't do anything other than like the initial lift damage, because the second half of it, which is like 50%, that's just like a set amount, right? Yeah, so it doesn't really help with that. They did just grab and blade there, and then we don't have anything to counter that because we don't have a support ult, so we kind of just lose there because of those ults. Tracer does get a good touch though. I can also ult to touch. You know, I buy some time for my team. Let's go for the BAP because I think I can probably kill him.
Yeah.
And yeah. Safe.
I live for a good fight.
Yeah, but I think like both times your Ryan kind of like threw that game there because one time he just charged into them, another time he's just looking for like a flank shatter.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack. Capture objective.
Ballsy from that Doom. Good rock. Ryan misses the charge, unfortunately. Yeah, so the Doom is kind of taking control of your back here. If it does seem like your team's dying to him, you can just kind of sit with your supports for a little bit, and then when he does dive onto one of your supports, you can deal the extra bit of damage or use rock as well.
If only the answers. Meteor strike.
Yes.
My ultimate's almost ready.
The audio cues, that's really good. And focus on the Doom. That's really nice. Just so much. Alright. I like the aggressions. You get the picks and you go up and then you guys kill the Zarya. Don't look like any opportunities to turn that fight around. It's, that little dwarf is still behind you somewhere. Okay, so you have this ult here as well. I don't think I'll need it. Yeah. So cases like that where the Torb where the Torb is behind you, and you don't see him, you can just focus on what's in front of you so they don't get the recontest. Because if the Torb does recontest, then you guys can kill him pretty fast. Yeah, so I think your support burn there would do for a little bit. So you want to make sure that you do look behind just to make sure that your team is there.
It's playing again.
But sorry, your Ryan also did get picked off. They used a Torbolt, so you guys got an ult out. Dylan seems pretty upset about that dude.
Activating the barrier.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that turret.
Group up with me.
Amplification matrix ready.
You guys do have a passion, interestingly enough. Go look for use their ult, that's fine. Go for an ult to yourself, that's good. Should get this already kill. Just gets push up.
Every time on fire! Back to me!
Good focus on the Doom, he has to carry there.
Enemy turret theory is destroyed.
I like that you also put down your shield to block it. Not a lot of people will do that. So yeah, it was good that last fight that when they did use they used Grav and they used Shatter as well, you didn't panic ult and use your sick ult inside of the Grav, right? Because a lot of people, what they'll do is just see the enemy ulting and then they'll just hit you themselves, right?
Yeah.
It always happens. So
The fight was over, and then our break rallied, so I was like, okay.
yeah, so that was really good that you waited until that was over and then you saw that nobody really died in that Grav, or like maybe one person died, if I remember correctly, and then you were like, oh, now we rally, so it's winnable, and then you use your ult, right? So that's really good. Good that you waited.
Equations are correct.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So if you do go on the forklift, you rock under yourself, and then you can kind of just like bounce yourself forward there. Yeah, it's I don't really know how to climb this the right way. I just really go up the stairs. This forklift's kind of weird like that. So you can get to like the edge of the thing and then rock, and then right as you're about to like go over, yes, you want to like hit the platform, and then the rock makes you like bounce a little bit, and then you can jump and go forward. I can show you in like try to do it after. It's like really hard to do though. I always miss it.
Activating the barrier.
Oh yeah, so your Bap got picked off first by the Doomfist. And then your Mercy was rezzing, and then your Ryan died because you guys had no heals. So
magnificent, isn't it?
Roadhog time.
yeah, I think your Bap just could have played back and would have been able to live there. Or
Objective lost. New defense point.
Anna, checking in. Group up.
Rendezvous at my position. Thank you.
good, you guys stopped the snowball as well. That was very, very close. I thought I would have blocked, but...
Thank you.
Coming in.
Group up at my position.
I'll also use that time to get up on high ground, but I think it's too light now. They might be close. Yeah, I think I'll split back.
Contact.
Hold up.
30 seconds remaining.
You guys can push up a bit here so you can see who you can kill. Staggers.
He's on top bridge.
There you go. And now you guys get the last fight. At all, you guys secure the kill on the Rhine. You can save your shield from the Ferret's barrage and just like push it in front of her as well.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of the way.
I don't know, I heard her above you, but yeah, so when you do know Ferret's barrage, you guys do have Roadhog. You can hook him out of the thing, but you can also save like your shield and then just kind of like throw it in front of her and then she'll start shooting her herself because it bounces off the shield, right? So that's what you can also do. If it's low enough, or even if it's not low enough, you can also just shift for your team and eat it. Yeah. So it's good that you guys pushed up there. You guys pushing up allowed you to get the last fight and not let them get another 6v6 fight in, right? Because you guys pushed up on the Staggers, then you killed the Zarya, and then because of that, they weren't able to get that last 6v6 fight, right? They instead had like a 3v6 or a 4v6 or whatever it was.
Stay my way.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Come in.
What are you
Come in.
looking at?
Group up at my position.
Order will be restored.
Alright, so you hear the Doom on top. He might be looking to...
Come in.
I can go into this strat.
Yes, he might try to punch you guys off while you guys cross left.
2, 1. Attack commences.
So you can look for that rock when he does fly it as well. That's good. He does see you guys going left. Hopefully team does CC in when he gets in. It's really good. Oh, the ball boop. Oh, okay. That was like...
Rendezvous at my position.
Oh, that scared me.
Claiming the objective.
Alright, really good. Nice.
GG.
And Devil Leaper.
Enemy contact.
Mentally application.
What I did notice was when the Ryan was sleeping, you did also rock him. If you're sleeping, you do more damage with your left click, and then after you can rock too, because so you want to save your rock too.
Group up at my attack the point. Come in.
Your break wants to the point all out. It's fine, you're waiting for your team a little bit as well.
I stepped.
So you guys got the Doom, you guys can pressure onto point now. like that you go for turrets too. A lot of people just kind of stare at the turrets and let them be a menace in their backline, you know, and just kind of shoot you down. So it's really good that
Play of the game.
you do go for those. Huh, there you go. You guys got a win. I think in that case, when the Doom was flying in on you guys, it wasn't like you can kind of like peel for your team by looking for those rocks and stuff. I remember when on the defense, he was going in, and then I also said recommended that you could just sit with your supports for a little bit, and then he'll dive in. A lot of people wonder like Doom smurfing, you know, because that was like a Doom on a smurf account. Just kind of like full W the entire game, right? And they'll just like keep going on you. So you can kind of like just wait for him to do something, and then also use the rock when he does dive onto your team. The BAP kept complaining that the Doom was going in on him, but it should be really easy for a BAP to get away from Doom because he does have his rocket jump thing. So that wasn't really only necessarily your fault, but or your other tank's fault.
Yeah, I just trusted the Kree to deal with the Doom because I can't track a Doom very well.
Yeah, and you guys had McCree, you guys had Brig, you guys had Roadhog, so like all of them could like look for the hook, you could look for the bash, you could look for a McCree stun, right? It's a lot easier for McCree to hit a stun than it is for you to hit a rock on a flying Doomfist, right? So yeah. Yeah, so I think that was overall really good.
Thanks for all the advice.
No problem. I could show you the little rock thingy too.
Yeah.
On Volskaya. I can't always do it myself, but it's just a little thing. Let me just set this up. Or I can show you how to do it, but I might not be able to do it because it's like really inconsistent for me.
Yeah, it takes practice, I assume.
Yeah, I don't really always go for those like rocks up to the top, but here we go.
There is no obligation for the universe to make sense to you.
You can do it a couple of tries and then maybe do it. While I'm doing it, I can just kind of explain. So I did like that you like kept your shield like relatively close. Sometimes I saw that you could close the distance a little bit because like for instance if like you were standing here and the torb was like this box, right? Like you were like shooting him from far when like you could also get a bit close and like put your shield up, and then it's easier to hit the box, right?
Yeah.
Or in that case the torb, not the box, but yeah. So what you can kind of do is go to the edge here and you like rock yourself and you push yourself forward. So like you use that rock because it does like a little burst damage to you. You use it to like get up there, right? Not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people even know about it. Yeah, there you go. And then you can like kind of chill up here. Yep. You can do that like a lot of maps, like even Hanamura, like on the window. You can get yourself up onto the high ground. I can also do that if you want to see. I think that's like a really strong spot. Like in the grand finals, what do you call it? In the grand finals, like when they were playing against, it was Shanghai versus Atlanta, right? Their Sig was using that spot a lot. We'll go winter because we're feeling a bit festive. Why not? Yeah, like I think your ult usage was good. Like you didn't use your ult too much. I think sometimes you could have used it to like turn around and fight. That's alright that you saved it for like your team as well. So I think that was really good. I think you played really good though, overall.
Thanks.
I think if you played like that every game, you know, you'd definitely get up there. Alright, so you can like go here, you can aim at this little window thing, and then get that extra bit of damage and then bounce up.
Wait, you didn't even rock?
See, like, you can like jump like that, right? But you can't get up. Right? So, yeah, so what this will do, like, like if you look at like my character, he does like a little bounce, right?
Yeah.
So like if you jump and you do it, then you'll like kind of linger in the air for a little bit, right? So what you want to do is you shoot it, and when it's about to hit you, you jump forward. So that when it does bounce back, it'll keep you up in the air a little bit. Also do it on the ground, but I think it's a bit easier to do it there because sometimes I might get stuck there and shoot out, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit easier to do it on this too. But yeah, so there's a couple spots you can do that with. Like you can do it on like, I'm not going to show you all of them because it's going to take a long period of time. I don't know what that snowman ever did to me, but yeah, I just wanted to shoot him. Yeah, you can do it on a couple of maps.
Sounds good.
And you can kind of experiment with it and whatnot. So yeah. Yeah, so what a lot of people do, like if their wrist is down here, they can also like stay up here and just shoot. I think like one thing that I did see, and it's just like a stats thing, so it's not even like a big deal, right? Because like you could be dealing out more damage as well, and like being able to like constantly shoot them. In cases where they are recontesting, like I remember one instance where there was a torp turret in the back, and you were also like focusing on a torp turret a little bit, and it's good that you were. Let's just say there's a Doomfist on point, and then there's the torp turret. You can also like shield off the torp turret and then focus on the Doomfist on point, right? And then once he's dead, you can go back, because the Doomfist, how Doomfist really works is like he gets like 1-for-1 trades a lot as well.
Yeah.
So even if there was like a fully charged Zarya on point or something, you could prioritize the Zarya and then kill the Moira or whoever's like less of a threat to your team, right? So you guys want to make sure that when you are in a team fight, you kill the person that is like the biggest threat, like a fully charged Zarya or like a Doomfist or like whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you played really good overall.
Thanks. I learned some. It was good.
What is? He's like putting his head into this soup thing.
It's hot chocolate.
Oh, it's hot chocolate.
I don't know. I assume it.
It might be. It seems like it. Wow. All right. Blizzard's dev team's a bit savage, but it's alright. So do you have any other questions or things that I could go over?
No, I don't think so. Wait, so how? I guess is Sigma Projectile?
Yeah, so hit scan is like if I'm aiming at this wall right here, right when I press left click, it'll immediately go and hit the wall, right? Projectile, if it takes a bit of time to go to it, then it's projectile, right? So like Ash would be hit scan, like McCree, Soldier, Tracer, Diva, Anna's right click, Bap, left click. So yeah, if there's a travel time for your bullets, then it's projectile. If not, then it's hit scan.
Yeah, I think I also need to work on my aim a little bit. Don't worry about that bit.
Yeah, so that'll just come with something like as you play a bit more. What you can kind of like use to like, let's say there's a Reinhardt walking in. What a lot of people do, well, they aim at the Reinhardt and just left click him, right? But they'll shoot one left click, and then by then the Reinhardt will move a little bit forward, right? So you can like shoot alongside him moving also, right? So if he's like walking through, and then you can do that. Another really good thing to do if you are playing Sigma, right? And what a lot of people won't do is if there's like the team around the corner, like try to bounce the things off, right? Even though it's not like a direct hit and it'll do like splash damage, it's still a bit of damage, right? So it'll hold them back for sure. And
yeah, that makes
I remember there was one part where you did know that the Rhine had shattered, then you tried to block it, right?
Yeah.
That was really good. I like that you do save your shield for the shatters. You can save your shift for like eating a grab or something. Because your shift is a 12-second cooldown versus like a 2-second, you can use it again, or like 1.5, whatever it is on Diva. It's a lot harder to eat a grab with Sigma, but it's a really good like habit to kind of get into, because a lot of people in lower SRs, they won't really look for like cooldown usage, right? Or like track cooldown usage on their team.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a really good thing. So yeah. If that's it, that's all I have to say, I guess. There's a couple great guides on YouTube too, if you can, for Sigma.
Yeah, maybe I'll look them up.
Yeah, I think better than guides though, if you do want to like see somebody play, like you should look like for unranked to GM stuff and kind of see their decision making. Because it's kind of easier to see that, right? Because in guides they might be like, oh, like if you're playing Sigma, like take the off angle, right? But it's not in every case that you should take the off angle, and like what does take the off angle mean always, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like very vague, I guess, where it's like, you know, if you're like playing hit scan, the guide will say like take high ground, right? But what if the enemy team's on high ground? Then what do I do, right? So it's like it's very vague, kind of, for guides a lot of times. Yeah. Even if you have another VOD, like I do VOD reviews, I think like you were in my stream the other day, or like you did see that I was streaming, so you can also send me one and I can go over it.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Well, have a good weekend. Thanks for your time.
You too. Thank you as well. Alright, have a good evening as well.
Do you want to climb with the llama? Then you got to join the farm! Only 30% of the llama's viewers are subscribed. What horror! How can you expect to climb without the llama's daily fodder of views? Okay, hit your hooves on that sub button. We'll continue like none of this ever happened.